Is it possible to live a normal life in Crimson Desert? You mean no fighting, no hunting down enemies, just a complete honest work like everyone does, should do? I picked a few available ways to earn money in the game, cutting down trees will be one, selling lumber, fishing, hunting and gathering, so mostly selling flowers and meat. For each activity, I worked a full 8-hour in game shift, which should be like quite normal in your country. I don't want to comment on that. And at the end, I will calculate how much I earn and subtract the cost of accommodation, food, and overall living within the Crimson Desert. Finally, I will check what my average monthly earnings and expenses are, and yeah, we'll be basing in Hernand because we all know that this game should rename itself to Hernand. Let's be honest. Okay, let's get started with Lumberjack. I'm assuming I already have an axe because, like, obviously. I'm using the simplest and weakest version of the one, so we'll start work at 8 am and finish at 4 pm. A classic shift in the European countries, and in the first few hours I gathered quite a lot of flowers, apples and berries, which was expected but not to this extent. This could basically cover my breakfast, but I will ignore that for now, for this experiment. After cutting down basically half the trees in the area, which I wasn't even trying that hard, I was trying to be as much as like a normal person would probably be, but yeah, I logged for 4 pm, finally arrived, and it was quitting time for me. So how much did I manage to earn in the first day? Selling regular wood wasn't very profitable, but high quality one, which are basically splitted between the woods. When you cut down one, you get both. So the high quality one sells for a decent price, and it helped a bit because it ended up with the 10 silver coins, which basically is $10 from the earlier two. Let's be honest here. After subtracting food costs, so around 3 silver per day based on the prices in Hernand, and accommodation, let's say a room would cost about 2 silver because we don't have the system for that, but it seems like reasonable. We are left with roughly half. So on the monthly scale, that gives us about 140 silver coins if we are not spending and buying anything else than the actual like food and room. And let's say 4 Sundays within the month. So yeah, we are going Sundays off, for example, which gives us 140 silver coins, which is not a bad score for the timber, but yeah, we'll say how much it will fare with the others later on. Okay, let's go for the Fisherman. This is where things got really interesting. At first, I thought I would buy a fishing rod and catch fish with it like the game says to do, but let's be honest, no real fisherman catches fishes with a rod. That's more of a hobby, not the job. So I remember that fish traps work in this game, so I threw out a few, and sure enough, fish get caught in the net much faster than in the regular rod. However, for some reason, to take them out, I need to mask because I need a mask because the game registers fishes taken from a trap as a stolen goods for some reason. I don't know if it's because Cliff doesn't have a fishing license or something, but yeah, I'm only catching protected species, I think. But I ran off to get a mask and began my criminal fishing operation, right? Like, first I was trying to use 2 nets, but because of the whole lack of legality thing, I had to do it far from the NPCs, which was complicated, because when I went for the second net, after putting the first one just disappeared. Okay, from then on I worked on the system, throw the trap, wait a few minutes, collect the fishes, and move on. So after 8 hours of mostly working but not really that efficient as I could, so I ended up with 47 silver coins. So subtracting 5 silver as before, we get 42 silver in pure profit per one day. Damn, I mean, I'm speechless because like I didn't expect that much. So no wonder why so many NPCs in this game are fishing. Basically, it's like half of the Hernan population basically doing that. It's definitely a profitable business. I don't know how about the rod things, but with this fishing traps, it's basically gives us crazy amount of money. Monthly, that comes out to about 1,187 silver coins, which is the equivalent of 2 gold bars and a deposit box within the game. So yeah, good job with the economy, I guess. Okay, I don't think that anything will be closer to this one, but let's go for the hunter and gatherer, so our third profession for today. Okay, so let's try it. I started with a trip to a bigger forest for the game because I would do this in the actual working hours because like no hunter is working from the town. After hunting a few deer, the game had to be load because I ran into a bear which simply killed me quite fast. As a gatherer, I also discovered that the site automatically picks up plants without the animation, so yeah, I was plowing through clusters of mushrooms like a combine harvester, basically. The hunting system is a bit too simple, from my perspective. It lacks a real hunting like in Red Dead Redemption 2, let's say, and it was really pain to do it for 8 hours straight. Animals fall, raccoons, wild bears, goats, deers, roe deers, boars, and so on and so forth. By accident I also shoot a young one, so yeah, Bambi, I didn't mean it, you had to forgive me. Luckily the workday was almost over, and the hunting trophies sold pretty poorly. The real work was done by 150 pieces of meat, which in this world is much more profitable than the skins, and it calculate absurdly low prices for skins like 3 coppers per coin or even less, which buys you 1 beer in the tavern, sold for roughly the piece of 3 deer skins. So if you want to buy beer and being like hunter in this world, you have a problem. The meat at 6 copper saved the situation, but the rates are still ridiculously low for the hunter. Still, in the end I made a decent 31 silver coins, which gives us a very solid 26 silver per day net and 70 and 28 silver per month. So 702 and 8 silver per month, 1.5 gold bars basically per month. Looking at gathering professions, it seems like a bounty hunter is still the better choice. Then you can earn even 40 silver per contract, although the contracts are limited, and this one you can do like every single day because the fauna is respawning. Let me know if I should do miner, stonemason and kickboxer, because there are only the 3 I can think of that are left. If you have other ideas for using the game mechanics for specific professions, please let me know. For now, the ranking looks like this. In the first place, obviously Fisherman with 1187 silver, second place Hunter with 728, and the last place poor Lumberjack with only 140 silver. Of course, a lot depends on the work intensity, and I was working like quite like the regular person would do, so quite inefficient, but we can't beat the prices in Crimson Desert, at least for now. Thank you for watching and see you in the next time. See you, bye!